Hi there, I would like to share with you how you can go about solving the problems that you have in your personal life and in your business life. And I'd say to you that you already know what I'm about to share with you, and that the real issue is that although we know how to deal with our problems, very often we don't do what we know we should do. What I'm about to say is on a personal level, it's on a group level, it's on a team level, and it's the same for business, and it's the same with dealing with problems in life in general. We all know, don't we, that if you have a serious drink problem, if you are an alcoholic, one of the best and most successful ways, as we all know, to deal with the addiction, to deal with a problem, is to start attending AA meetings, and that means going to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, because there you will find all the help and support that you need, to get help big time. And as we all know, the most significant thing that you have to do at these AA meetings, that just has to happen before you can get the help that you need, is that you have to stand up and admit that you are an alcoholic. You have to admit what the problem is. And you have to be able to do this, to be honest with yourself, and you have to confront your demons. And you have to admit what the real nub of your problem is, what the root cause of your problem is. And you have to strip away all the excuses, all the BS and all of the blame, and admit simply that you have a problem and this is what it is. And you have to do this because if you cannot admit and confront what the real problem is, if you can't say what your problem is, if you can't accept what your problem is and what your part in it is, they can give you all the help that they can, and they can give you all the support that they can, but it won't make a difference. And you will not be able to move forward. If you can't see what the real issue is, you just can't deal with it. End of story. But once that problem is acknowledged, and once the root cause issue is put on the table, plans can be put in place, help and support can be given, and one can start to deal with and get on top of the problem. Another significant and vital piece of support that you are given at these meetings is a mentor, a helper, someone who you can talk to when it gets tough. And it does get tough at times when you're an alcoholic. And these people can help you because they've been there, because they've experienced what you're going through. And they can give you all the help that you need to coach you through it, because they can use that experience. And so there you have it, in this little story about the AA, how you can go about solving your problems, whether they be big or small, personal or business. Your problems, your group problems, your team problems, family, relationship, or your company problems. So the first thing that you have to do to deal with your problem is to admit what the real problem is. You have to put the issues, and I mean all of them, on the table. You've got to admit what the problem or problems are. You have to admit what the root cause of the problems are. And as the saying goes, you have to put that elephant on the table. You've got to admit your failures, and you've got to take the learning out of them. And it's only then that you, your family, your relationship, your team, your group, or your business will, simply be able to truly move forward with what I'd like to say are root cause solutions. But the thing is that very often in our personal lives or in our business lives, we do not do this. What we do instead is to indulge in the art of deception. We indulge in the art of deflection, and we use smoke screens and mirrors to talk about everything about the problem, apart from what actually really is the source of that problem. Because life has conditioned us that failure is a bad thing, that it's to be ashamed of, and often it results in penalties and negative consequences. Most often, fear prevents the truth from being put on the table, especially in business, because we all pay a price for it. And the result of this is that we get involved in many activities. We busy ourselves doing things that will solve a problem, but it never does. And we waste our time and we waste our energy busying ourselves, skirting around the problem, but never actually dealing with it. And boy, aren't we skilled in the art of deception and deflection at all levels of relationships and business. Take me for example. In my past, even now, if I get challenged on an issue, I don't really want to talk about it. So I'll start to talk about something that is a success to deflect away from actually talking about the problem. And very often, most often, the real source of the problem is ourselves. And this is true on a personal level, a group level, a team level, or a business level. In business, especially where there is a big structure and a hierarchy, it takes very strong leadership. Repeat that. It takes very strong leadership, very courageous leadership, with the ability to stand back and view the issue or issues from a third party perspective, to see how it is, to really see how it is, to admit what the root cause problem is, to admit the failures and to say how it is, to be, and I mean brutally honest and frank, to be able to put truly root cause solutions in place. And it's exactly the same in our personal lives. You know, we have to be strong leaders of ourselves. We have to be very courageous with ourselves and with other people. We have to have the ability to stand back and view our issue or issues from the third party perspective so that we can really see how it is. We have to admit what our root cause problem is. We have to admit our failures, and we have to say how it is, how it really is, and to be brutally honest and frank with ourselves before we can truly put those root cause solutions in place. And the other thing that is very wise to do is to find a mentor or a coach. And the best one to get, in my opinion, is one who has experienced what you are going through. So you can take support and help in the learning out of their experiences. So if you have a problem or problems, draw on all your courage. Open your eyes to the reality of your problem. See how it really is. Be honest with yourself. Say it how it is. Admit your failure and take the learning. Look for a coach and remain as positive as you can. Make plans around root cause solution, and then implement them as soon as you possibly can. So good luck with any problems that you may have. Do the things that I've set out here. You already know it. Find that coach, and you can go on and put those root cause solutions in place. Thanks for listening.